Hello and welcome. This is Dirnan playing Minecraft on the Hippocraft server. Using the Nether, I traveled 10,000 some blocks away to a place where there's some ocean monument. There's one right there, right off of this little island here that I've started on. And my goal is to get in there and kill some Elder Guardian. And one of the ways I'm going to do that is using invisibility. I will pull one of each of these. Probably take another water breathing just in case. And I'm going to take some TNT. Netherrack. That's abundant resource that I have. I am going to leave most of this stuff back here because I don't need it. I will be just going with the helmet so that the invisibility does cover all of me. And so that I won't be seen. So let me put that stuff away and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm ready. I am still visible, but I've got a boat, a plan, and I'm ready. Spawn is set behind me in case the worst comes of it. Boat down, get in the boat. Let's go with visibility. Water breathing, and night vision so I can see what's going on. Right, there it is. Head over there. Now, at some point soon, I'll get the mining fatigue, and so that's why I brought the TNT. Blow holes into getting in there. Let's see if we can't. What happens? Poke a hole through here. Ah, here you are. Hello. Mining fatigue. Hadn't thought about how much this. Face him, it won't hurt me. Hey, one guy down. Alright. Let's eat some food. I'm gonna not search through the whole thing. Instead, I'm just gonna go to the corners. Since these guys can't see me, I hope still. We're just gonna do this. That's not what it work. Oh, of course it won't work. Let's see. How can I trigger this? I can quickly swim back in my boat and get some redstone. And use up some, use up some valuable ocean time, but on mining fatigue, so I'm not going to be able to break any of these blocks. Okay, up relatively easily. Let's throw down this guy. Grab stone block. Or 2 or 3. 5. Put the levers away. As that was a failed thing. So, jump off the side. Ouch. Miss the water. Still invisible. Hop off. Now, don't think it will work. That's... And that didn't blow up the thing. Awesome. Okay, there we go. So, little experiment there. Let's hope that this guy's in here. There you are. Man. How are you? Don't want your spikes to be out. Go away, please. Eye on our health. Right, there's 2 guys down. Hope the other side goes better for me in terms of blowing up a hole. Still doing okay with anything else. Okay, so TNT. This, that. Cool. Where's this big guy? Here you are. Hello. Got him. Alright. So that is 3 Elder Guardians down. Now, I have a few sponges. Downside is that I have mining fatigue for another, I guess, just 40 seconds. And I have 3 minutes to find sponge room. Alright, so that's the middle area. Search around here and see if we can't just find it. That little spoon will go away when I don't have mining fatigue anymore. Up here? Not in here. It's starting to fade. Good. But... right, so now I can mine blocks. But I'd prefer to just... okay. Right, this is where this guy was. So I will dig around here and see if I can't find the sponge room, and then I'll come back. And just as I have about less than a minute left before all this stuff goes away, I found the sponge room. So I'm going to quickly gather these sponges and then run away. And yeah, hope that I don't die and lose all this stuff. Have the stuff to make me mine better on the helmet. If I need to, I can take another little potion or 2. I didn't bring anything. That's the wrong thing. Right, so take the next set of potions. So that I can continue getting these. Last few. Right, get them all. I have 23. And I can make a hasty exit out of here. Figure out how I got in here. Okay, I'll meet you back at the portal. I slowly make my way out. I have 23 sponges from this monument. So I'm gonna go into the nether. And then in the nether you can instantly dry them. instead of having to use a furnace, it's, you know, it's hot in the nether. Already carved out a little area here, just like this. Kind of loud. Oh, it's any faster just to punch these. Punch them. Should have 23 dry sponges for that. Drying out the inside of the monument will be a lot easier. Oh, 23 dry sponges. And the next step will be to create a border around the edge of that then I can fill it with sand, I think. I think that's what I want to do. Filling up the outside with sand. Do I fill up the outside, or do I make rows and partition it off? Anyway, one of the next steps is to drain this so that they only spawn where I want them to spawn. I think. Yeah, let's start working on it. I have put posts at each corner, and then done a ring around with the netherrack, and I have a bunch of sand here. I'm gonna at least put an outer wall around the ocean monument. Get that started and see if that takes a long time, and if I'll do the whole thing, or if I'll do sections, or what's gonna happen. That took a very long time to put in just stacks and stacks and stacks of sand. But I have a ring around the outer edge. I'm gonna I'm gonna go away real quick, and then I'll come back, and I want to swim over there and make sure that I do have the bounding box correct, so that none of the guardians are spawning outside of what I've put in, because that would just put a damper on all sorts of everything. So let's go into the nether, because I think other people are on and are not in the nether, so if I leave, all that stuff should despawn. And I can go back in. And I can swim over there and make sure that all the guardians are spawning inside of the area. Of course, I can't really see anything because I don't have night vision. But it should be an easy test. Run around the edge. Sure that stuff is spawning. Okay, so they're spawning down there. Good. I'm not seeing anything around the outside. Except for fish. Good. Okay. Verified that there aren't any guardians that are spawning outside of my sandbox here. Now I need to probably take another couple of potions, invisibility and water breathing, and clear off the top of the ocean monument to make sure that when I do put sand on there or put sponges there, that they're actually going to hit the bottom. Ran into a problem round about there where there's a big block there that I just kept dropping sand, but it kept hitting kelp and then would just break. So eventually it would just float back up to the top as like a stack and a half of sand. And that wasn't helpful. So then I had to swim all the way around and knock out all that stuff, and then had to, yeah. So we want to clear that stuff out before we do all this stuff. And I don't have enough sand to do all this, so I'm going to have to go to the desert, probably the mining desert, and collect a lot more sand to either fill all this in or at least partition it off so I can use the sponges to get it gone. But a lot of work ahead. I collected 5 shulker boxes full of sand. I'm hoping that'll be enough to at least partition off stuff. I can run a line straight across, and then I can fill in that. I can put the sponges to use to fill in that, and then fill in another line and do that again with the sponges, and then I can knock down that first line of sand and reuse that sand for the third line, and so on and so forth till I get to the other side. The issue then becomes clearing out the inside of the temple, since all of that will be that's where all of the bad guys are going to spawn. So maybe I'll use an invisibility potion and take my sponges and do the inside first. Sponges are, where'd you go? In here? Yeah, so I'll take this, and I'll take the invisibility. I'll take the invisibility, set up a conduit underneath, and then go inside, take out all of the inside first. Yeah, let's try the inside first. I wanted to give a quick update on what I've done so far. So what I did was built a tunnel to the entrance, and then tried to clear out as much as I could of the inside, and then decided to come to the outside and got this, I guess it's kind of quarter of it done. There were a few issues that clearing out underneath I ran into caves, and I put the sand down, it showed up caves. So there's that. Yeah, so just a quick update on what I've been doing, and now I will continue and here is an ocean monument that's been drained both inside and outside. I've patched up the holes on the outside of where I went in, both the top and on both the sides, and I've lit up the inside pretty well, maybe not perfectly, but now this thing should be ready for me to convert into several or one big guardian farm that I can get lots of drops, that I can get prismarine bricks, prismarine, and the sea lanterns. The dark prismarine will be tough because of ink sacs and needing the black dye to make that, but now I need to decide, do I just gut this all down, just take it away, or do I leave it as it is and gut out the inside? So decisions to make about what to do with this thing now. This is what several hours and lots of mining does to the inside of a guardian temple or an ocean monument. And here's stuff that I got. This is all full, and then this is mostly full. I didn't harvest any of the sea lanterns because they keep it from being a crazy mob place. I did add in 2 sea lanterns there to mark the entrance, and then I put in 2 over here back when there used to be stuff in here, and the torches are still in here. Okay, so now that it's all gutted and everything's out of it and there's no water, now I need to figure out how I want to spawn the guardians and how I want to store their drops and how I want to relieve them of their items. It could be that I make a tower in each of the corners. So I've got 4 of those, 4 corners. And then I can have an entrance and have a centralized area where all of those stuff just kind of flow into the middle. and then have an item sorter so I can sort out the shards and the prismarine crystals and the fish that get dropped. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. So let's figure out how big I can make these and lay some stuff out, and we will go from there. I've laid out where I would like the 4 towers to go, so I put them in the corner here. Just embedded it right here in the corner, in each of the corners. But now I have a circle, but now I need to figure out, okay, the Guardians can spawn from Y39 all the way up to Y61, which is pretty much what this scaffolding is. I mean, this is kind of the lowest level, because below this is nothing. And then if we take the scaffolding up and out of here, it goes all the way up to the tippity top of this top tower in the middle. So that's a lot of power that needs to happen. So I'll punch out a tower, a tower, tower, and a tower. So I think I'm going to build those towers, and then I'll build in the underside, so the collecting of all the stuff, because that'll probably go down below here. Oh, hello, creeper. Yikes. Out of here. And so I'm gonna have to clear out some stuff in there. Okay. Let's get to building some of these things. And do I make them look fancy, or do I just let them be as they are? Well, we'll find out after this next cut to here, where I've already made that decision. I built up this tower here. One of them in the corner. Decided to just go with the prismarine. Then, as you can see, I just left a lot of the bricks in there because I'm not going to be looking in there. There's still a hole down here because I was having to go in and out and grab more materials. Such. So this is one tower down. So I think I'm going to make this out into the Guardian thing. So I'm going to make it so it can catch stuff and take out stuff, that while I'm building the other 3, which will sit in the corners, that way I can get more materials from here. So let's dig out the bottom, and probably have to clear out space underneath for what needs to go underneath of catching the stuff and getting the materials. The first one is done. So it's still open to the sky, so I need to cover that at some point, but there's water source blocks up there at the top that flows down onto these fence gates. There's a little bit of gap, and then all of this water is pushing it into the center. And down below there's that center, and then the stuff falls in, lava on top of signs that are on top of hoppers that lead into double chests. And there we go. Some glass so that I can see in and do maintenance if need be. I've got this down here, and I can knock those out when eventually I want to combine all of the drops into one system or sort those things out. Right now there's just 2 double chests. Pretty much just a row of hoppers leading here and a row of hoppers leading here and here and here. So 16 hoppers. Here's some guardians falling down. Burning the lava. As it, I think standing down here, they can spawn at the very top. And then we get drops. And because of the lava, we get cooked cod, which will be a good food source. And there we go. So, 1 down, 3 to go. Let's build those up, and after I'm done with all 3 of those, I'll come back to this first one that I'll mark with sign first, so that I can see how many drops I got from the time that I built all those. Okay, a lot more work to do. Almost done. 4 towers for 4 different guardian farms. Each one pretty much the exact same, and each one has a little staircase that leads down, like this one, to chests of goodies. I'm going to be clearing out all this stuff so that I just have one staircase down. Right now I have these 2 linked up via pathway, and then the other 2, there's a staircase there that leads down to those 2. But let's fly around and see what this looks like from above. Right now we've got the 4 tunnels of goodness, I guess. 4 silos of spawning. I don't know. They are all working and all set up, and just a bunch of sand around the edge. I need to move the nether portal over here so it's super easy to get in. So there's lots of cleanup stuff to do, but this is going to be it for this episode. I will be putting a shop up at spawn probably that will just have stocks of the different prismarine related stuff. So thank you for watching. This has been Dirnan playing Minecraft.